Hey you guys, I hope you're having an awesome day so far. Today I'm just going to be doing a really light peachy makeup look. I kind of wanted to do a spring peachy look. Headband. As you can see, my hair has really faded out. It was like this shade of pink and it faded out super fast. Like, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago that I dyed it. I'll have to check. But it faded out crazy fast. So I'm gonna have to touch it up soon, but I'm actually out of Frosé, so I may have to mix a couple colors together. Also, I think I'm gonna cut my hair because it's driving me nuts having all the different layery pieces, and it's definitely starting to look ratty on the ends. So I think I may trim just a little bit off of it, and then I'm still debating on this, but I noticed I was losing hair again. If you look up there, I'm losing hair again because I'm crazy stressed. So there's not much I can do about that right now, obviously, because I'm losing it from both sides of my head. So I can't like really adjust my part to either side. So I'm having the middle part, which is really weird for me. I don't normally middle part my hair, and I've got like this little stubby unicorn horn thing sticking up. But my hair lays really flat on this side of my head. Probably about a year ago, my hair just started growing like straight out of my head this way. I have no idea. My hair is weird, you guys. I have weird hair. So this side's up, this side's flat, and parting it on this side actually like hid that until now I'm losing hair there. So yay. I mean, it'll grow back. My hair does not like it when I'm stressed. When I'm stressed, my hair starts falling out. It just happens. And it really only happens right around there. I did lose some in the back once, but not a lot. But it's mostly right in this area. Anyway, I am thinking, have not decided yet, but I'm thinking about cutting bangs. Just thinking about it. When I was in elementary school, I had crazy thick bangs, like the blunt cut straight across, like all the way back to my temple level bangs. Like, it was like Tiger King level bangs. It was scary. Way too much bang. But I'm thinking about doing just some really light, super wispy bangs because, I mean, this hair in the front, this is all short anyway. Just because it's newer growth and it just hasn't caught up with the rest of my hair yet. So I'm like, maybe I'll just cut that into bangs. So I'm going to think about it, but that might be happening. I've cut bangs before at home. I've never cut my own bangs, but I've cut other people's bangs before. So I do have some experience with it. So it won't be like I'd be going into it having no clue what I was doing. But at the same time, I'm like, is right now the best time to cut bangs? And I have seen the joke about like pandemic bangs, about how everyone's cutting their hair into bangs right now. But I'm like, I've been thinking about it for a while just because all these pieces are stupid and short and annoying anyway. So anyway, I have a very dirty, damp Real Technique sponge ready to go, and I'm kind of using some makeup I haven't used in a while and some things I've been using constantly. I'm going in with my Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. Today has been one of those days where nothing goes to plan and everything's kind of all over the place. And I did not sleep at all last night. My insomnia has been kicking in like crazy hard. So I was up until like 2:30, probably almost 3 o'clock in the morning. And I tried like everything and I could not sleep. It just was not happening. I'm going in with this. This is the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I'm using the shade True Beige Buff. You'll notice I have some new breakouts from my last video. Any foundation I wear will break me out now. I don't know why. I don't know why this is a thing, but it literally has nothing to do with my diet. anytime I wear foundation, I will have new breakouts the next day, like guaranteed. I don't know why my skin has suddenly decided it doesn't like makeup. I don't know if I'm leaving it on my skin too long. I don't think so. I know I have a really good cleansing routine, so it isn't that, because I will literally put the makeup on, my skin will be fine, and when I take the makeup off, I will have new breakouts. It's not like it shows up a few days later. It's the weirdest thing. Oh, and I want to mention, if things look a little bit different, I took my lighting down a bit more so that you can see my skin a bit better. I don't know how this will look when I import it, to be honest. And I also shoved my desk against my wall farther by about 8 inches so you can see like more of my background, just so I have more room in my office, because with everyone home all day, my office is kind of the only place where I can get everything I need to do done. It's not like I can take my work out in the living room like I would sometimes do before, or I can go to a coffee shop or something, obviously. So everything I'm doing is in this room constantly, including working out in the mornings. So I need space in here, because like I literally work out in the space between these two desks, and it's probably only like 4 feet wide. Oh, I wanted to ask, has anyone else's allergies been particularly bad so far this year? No, I'm not sick. No, I don't have the virus, but my allergies have been like way worse than normal so far this year, which is like, yay, great. Foundation is on. I actually really, really like this foundation. I think it's beautiful. It's very light coverage, but it's so nice. I'm going in with my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector in the shade Light. This is ancient. I don't even want to tell you guys how old this is. It's like embarrassing. To be honest, I can't exactly remember how old this is. But this is so nice when you want something super duper creamy under your eyes and you don't want anything that's going to cake up or build up or look dry. I have to say, I was watching the news earlier. I know not the best thing to do for my mood, but it is what it is. And I have to say, this is probably the first time ever that I've actually been happy that I live in Ohio. I'm not a huge fan of just the state in general, as far as, you know, cities, entertainment, things to do, stuff like that. A lot of the entertainment around here is either sports or retail oriented or drinking oriented. So if you're really not into that, there's not a whole lot to do. But I will say I am so happy with the way our state has handled this whole thing so far. Like, we locked down crazy early. We were, I think, the first state to do a full state lockdown, and we only have 4,400 confirmed cases right now, which, with very limited testing, but we've only had a very small number comparatively of people who have passed away. And I think a big contributing factor to that is how fast our state locked down, how quickly we shut down the schools and things like that. I think we have ended up protecting a lot of people by doing that. So I'm actually really happy that, like, we took really, really strong action very fast. Anyway, today I'm going into my BH Cosmetics Professional Blush Palette. I don't pull this out very often. This is very, very strong blush, but I want something really soft and peachy today. So I'm actually going in with this shade right here. Like, that is crazy pigmented. So these can look really nuts really fast. But I want a very, very heavy blush look today. I don't know why, but I've been loving just no contour, heavy blush. Just as bright and springy as possible. And I'm just taking my blush brush and squishing it. and taking it over my nose. And yes, that is like a ton of pink. And no, I don't care. I think it looks cute. I like it. I'm keeping it mostly centered on my cheeks. And if your nose looks a little bit pink, you can just take like a regular powder and go over it to smooth it out a bit. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and throw on my eyebrows real quick. I'm going in with my Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Taupe, which I have not used forever, and this is really dark on me, I think, for where my hair is right now, so we're going to try and be really light with it. Oh, and do you guys have any tips for like super, super dry eye? Because my left eye, if you notice, it always looks like redder than the other one. My left eye is always dry and like really red, and it's like constant. And it's worse when my allergies are worse, but I think it's like a massive dry eye issue, and I haven't found anything that helps yet. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and feather those out of it. And again, I'm sorry if you guys can hear noise in the background. Everyone really tries to be quiet while I'm filming, which is wonderful and very, very nice of them. But there's only so much you can do when you have so many people in a house. Speaking of, it's a beautiful day again today, and as soon as I'm done filming, I'm going to open the windows and let some fresh air in. I'm using my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, what little bit of it I have left. And let's move on to eyes. Today I'm going to be using the ColourPop Soul Palette, which I really like. This is beautiful if you like neutrally peachy looks. So I'm going in with this shade right here, the soft peach shade. And I'm just taking this all over the lid. I'm going to grab a smaller brush, this one. This is the Morphe M506, by the way. This is one of my favorite brushes. Grabbing the slightly darker peach shade. And I'm popping this in the crease, but I'm not really taking it above that crease line too much. I just want to add a little bit of depth. I'm just going to clean that brush out and just slightly buff that out. I don't have a lighter shade, like I didn't pull up a brow bone shade at all out of another palette, because this one doesn't really have a good brow bone shade in it, which is slightly frustrating. So I'm just blending that out as best I can. Now I'm going in with my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eyeliner in the shade Whiskey. And I'm just taking this right on, not there. I can't talk. I can't talk and do makeup at the same time, you guys. This is a problem. Taking this about 2/3 of the way onto my eye. Yes, I know it looks like a hot mess. I promise you it will look fine when we're done. I know that looks crazy. Bear with me. Now I'm taking a small angled eyeliner brush, and I'm going into the brown we have in this palette, which is a really pretty milky chocolate brown. And I'm just popping this right over the eyeliner, while at the same time slightly using it to blend the eyeliner out. The eyeliner functions kind of as like a guide and a base for the eyeshadow. And I am going to take the eyeshadow in slightly farther. And I am just winging that out a little bit, following the natural line of my upper lid. You ever have one of those days where you kind of want to throw your phone out the window? Like, you want to still be able to do the stuff you want to do on your phone, but at the same time you don't want anyone to actually be able to contact you on it through like phone, text, anything like that. You just want to be able to use the internet on it like a tiny mini computer. Yeah, I'm having one of those days. Okay, so I'm going to take a flat detailer brush and just very lightly go over the work that we just did. Just blending it out. a tiny little bit. In fact, I'm going to grab a little bit of this darker peach tone we used up here. Just a teensy bit to help blend that in to the rest of the shadow, just so it kind of looks like blended. By the way, you guys, this really shouldn't count as a tutorial. And yes, I did have 2 cups of coffee today. It's still not helping. So that's roughly what we're going for. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. And then for mascara today, I'm going to use, let's use this one, the Revlon Volumizing, which is probably my favorite drugstore mascara like ever. Which is also, unfortunately, fairly dried out at this point. I may have to end up putting this one in an empties and using some of the other mascaras I have for a while and get those used up. I mean, I can still buy like drugstore makeup and stuff pretty easily when I'm at Target grabbing groceries, but I do want to make sure I am using up what I have. Yeah, this is definitely a little old, a little thick and chunky. Okay, so this I didn't curl as well and it's looking a little Eeyore. But we're working with what we have today. All right, I'm going to take that detailer brush that we were using earlier and go back in that darker peach shade. And pop that underneath my lower lash line. I just wiped that brush off and I'm just going through and blending that out a little bit. All right, now I'm going to take a small detail brush and I don't have a highlight I like in here. Okay, hold on. Here we go. If you have a bunch of palettes that don't have a highlight that you like in them, I highly recommend this one. This is a NYX Prismatic Shadow, and this is in the shade Girl Talk. This is a very beautiful champagne-y highlight. Very bright, very pretty, and it goes with so many looks. I love this highlight. See how pretty that is? It's very bright, very reflective, and this is like my go-to if I'm taking a palette with me somewhere and I know it has a highlight that I don't like, or if it doesn't have a good highlight shade. Like a lot of the smaller 9pan palettes tend to not have great highlight shades, then I will take this with me. I need to find like a brow bone shade in a single like this because a lot of palettes, again, don't have a good brow bone shade. So I need to find a single brow bone shade that will work. If you have any suggestions for that, let me know. All right. I think our eyes are done. I don't think I've forgotten anything. All right, I am going to go in with a bit of highlight today. I haven't been wearing a lot of highlight, but I decided I want some today. This is the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Gilded Honey. I love this. I got this as a sample. I have used this so much, it lasts forever. It's a goldeny highlight, but it's not a super like goldy golden, if that makes sense. Like it's a gold highlight that looks really good if you have fair skin. And most gold highlights only really work better, I've noticed, on darker skin tones. A lot of them will be too dark for me or for girls who are fairer than me. But this is just like that perfect warmer highlight. A tiny bit there. I'm not doing any on the bridge of my nose just because that's where I have that blush at. Just a tiny bit there. All right, and for lips today, I'm kind of experimenting because it's really hard for me to find like peachy lip colors that look good on me unless they're just really translucent glosses. So today I'm using the NYX Super Clicky Matte Lipstick in Oh So Pretty. This is okay. This is not a great lipstick. If you put it on like full force, it looks awful. But I just put a little bit on and then I will blend it. And you get that really soft look to it. And then to go over that, I'm actually taking the NYX Candy Slick Lip Color. This one's in the shade Watermelon Taffy. And again, this is like super pigmented, so I only use a little bit. And this still, you don't really get a peach look out of this. It's more of a pale pink, but it still goes really well with this eye. I'm just blending that out. And then I just have a really soft, diffused lip. And here is the final look, you guys. You can definitely make this pop a bit more if you want to by putting on a pair of false lashes. If you were to do that with this look, I would recommend the Ardell Naked Lashes. I really like these. They're very, very comfortable. If lashes tend to irritate your eyes, those are probably the only pair of lashes I've ever worn that I can put on and not feel them throughout the day, which is huge to me because if I feel anything being poking or uncomfortable around my eyes, I'm a nightmare to be around. If my eyes hurt, I'm not a pleasant person. So I can put those on, I can blink normally, and like I can even squeeze my eyes shut and I won't feel them, which is amazing. So if you want to do lashes, go ahead and do that. Just a light, soft, wispy lash would look really pretty with this. So anyway, I love how this turned out. I think it's really pretty. The only thing I might change up is probably go with a peachier lip next time. I'll probably go with one of my glosses, like this one, the Wet n Wild lip gloss in Featherless. This is probably my go-to peach gloss. In fact, I'm going to put this on right now because I don't care. See, this is so much peachier. We're just going to cover this up with this gloss. There we go. Yeah, okay. Well, that looks 100 times better. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. That looks way better. All right, so if you're looking for a nice peach gloss, and I would recommend this except it's limited edition, but some places will have the Wet n Wild limited editions like months later. So if you can find this or something similar to this shade, this is really pretty, and their peach lip glosses, Wet n Wild and ColourPop have the only peach glosses I've ever tried that the pigment doesn't separate and go into the lines of my lips. All the NYX peach glosses do that, but I haven't had that problem with the Wet n Wild or the ColourPop ones. So I would recommend those if you're looking for a good peach gloss. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos several times a week on a whole variety of topics. Usually it's mostly me throwing makeup on my face or showing you guys my trash or studying Korean, or I might be actually filming a quarantine vlog this week. I'm not sure yet, but I have it like planned. So we'll see how that goes. I do occasionally throw vlogs up here as well when I'm doing something interesting. Though I'm not really doing anything interesting right now. So anyway, you guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm pretty much everywhere. All those links are down below. If you want to chat with me, you can either leave a comment or go ahead and find me on Twitter or Instagram because I am always on there. I pretty much live on Twitter. Like, I have my phone set to yell at me when I've spent an hour on Twitter during the day, and every single day I'm like, no, more time, because I'm ridiculous. I love Twitter, probably way too much. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.